There was a lot of talent on the offensive side, so let's hop right back into it and meet the All-CSRA defensive team.
Simeon Barrow, lineman, Grovetown. WJBF Sports brings you Football Friday Night.
Do not adjust your television. That's the reigning All-CSRA Defensive Player of the Year and the current 6A Region 3 Player of the Year, despite all those double teams.
I didn't really think I was going to be recognized this year because all the double teaming and every team just running the complete opposite way. So it just feels awesome to be back here.
He's here now, but next fall, he'll go from a Warrior to a Spartan after signing with Michigan State.
The transition from 6A ball in Georgia to Big Ten ball up there at Michigan State, he's going to transition fine. He's ready for anything that came his way. He was ready for it.
And at the Border Bowl, playing against the CSRA's best, he showed out with 4 sacks and this.
Punting straight into the wind, and I mean punting straight into like a 20-mile-an-hour gust, and it's not going to matter because in there to grab it is big Simeon Barrow.
And Junior is doing it all in front of the original Simeon Barrow.
I get to see him do something that he once dreaming to do. It's the best thing I've ever seen. I'm proud of him.
Westin Williams, lineman, WAGENER-SALLEY.
But we knew as a freshman he was going to be a really good football player, and with his work ethic, he turned into not just a good football player, but a great football player.
When you hear the words WAGENER-SALLEY in defense, Westin Williams' name soon follows.
I give effort every play. There's not a play that I'm down. No matter what happens on the field, I'm on every play.
Alongside Caleb Shaw, this 6'3" defensive end was a total problem this year for WAGENER-SALLEY. With 74 tackles, 39 for a loss, 8 sacks, and 1 fumble recovery for a touchdown.
I could look up in the crowd, I'd make a huge play, see my mother smiling, shaking her bell, raising her hand.
Westin has been a beast in the making ever since his freshman year.
Westin started for us immediately. He playing defensive tackle that first year, lost that belly, lost that baby fat, and we moved him out to defensive end.
Westin is a blue-collar guy. He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty, and if he's hungry enough, he might just eat your quarterback.
That's all I know. I'm a country boy. I grew up around here. Climbing trees, hunting, fishing. I eat everything. If you can catch it, you can eat it. Fish, turtle, squirrel, bird, doves, anything. Frogs.
He's also ranked in the class of 2020 in the top 10 in the state of South Carolina, but he just wants to make his people proud.
I feel like a dream come true. I finally did something I could be proud of. Finally did something for my mama and my family to be proud of.
VANDRE Thomas, lineman, Harlem.
Meet VANDRE Thomas. He's 15 years old.
They be like, you sure? You sure you fell a couple grades? I was like, I'm down. I'm in the right grade and everything.
He may not have a driver's license, but in his first year at Harlem, he certainly got the attention of his opponents.
You know, most everybody we play, because they know he wasn't with us last year, they always say, Coach, who's number 60? I mean, he's a force in the middle. He plays real well. And VANDRE does for a big guy. He moves well, uses his hands well, and he's got good quickness.
When I hit somebody, it's fun. I just like it. I love it.
He started the year 6'3". Now he's 6'4", 285 pounds. Playing defensive tackle, he racked up 68 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, and 4 sacks.
Well, you know, VANDRE got to us this year. You know, obviously he's a big kid, but he just seemed to get better and better each week.
And with a good chance he and Cameron Garnett will make the team next year, head coach Todd Booker expects they won't be so camera shy.
Especially VANDRE. VANDRE is not a man, you know, he's never been lost for words. Cameron, a little more quiet, but I don't think I've ever seen either one of them as quiet as I have today when the camera got in front of them.
Chevy TRASK, lineman, Evans.
He's a big kid now. That one thing about it now, coming out of the locker room, that you notice his size and you notice the girth
Evans defensive end Chevy Trask is hard to miss. 6'5", 245 pounds, and he's quick enough to start on the Knights basketball team.
Honestly, when you learn other sports, it helps you regardless. So basketball, it keeps me conditioned and just fun to play.
Chevy's ex-point guard. I'm sure he probably thinks he's a point guard somewhere in the world, but he's a football player now, and he's kind of doing both, and he's done a good job.
He and Cortavious Catchings helped lead the Knights' defense that anchored their run to the 6A Region 5 title.
Oh, it felt actually really good, to bounce back after a tough season last year, and then, coming this year just, killing it. So that's what we like to do.
Just tremendous for us for both sides of the ball. He played defensive end and tight end.
You can bet college coaches couldn't miss him. On signing day, Chevy made it official. He's headed to the city of brotherly love to play at Temple University.
Honestly, felt like a dream happening in one day. And when I got home, I was like, did that really just happen? It was crazy.
Deshaun Watson, linebacker, Barnwell.
To be another 30 years before a Deshaun Watson type player comes through this program.
The best player I've ever seen.
Deshaun Watson had more tackles than any player in the CSRA. A 6'2", 215-pound tackling machine with 4.5 speed. No one wreaked more havoc on the field than Barnwell's number 3.
Oh, it feels awesome, man. When I see him on the ground, so it was low. I ain't even care about that.
Yeah, Deshaun's a leader for us. He's the kind of guy that can make up a lot of mistakes on defense. I mean, he runs around. His knack for the ball has been unreal, but what people really like about him is his closing speed.
How fast is he again?
Don't know. Fast enough.
And when he gets to you, he's not going to miss you. So, having him, he's the kind of kid you won't replace.
172 tackles, 28 tackles for loss, and a quarterback's nightmare with 14 sacks.
3rd and 13. Anthony just going to be eaten alive, and guess who? Deshaun Watson.
I mean, it doesn't matter where the play happens and where he's lined up. I mean, look where he wasn't even in the screen, and then all of a sudden he makes the play.
It's amazing. I'm gonna miss it when I leave here.
As good a player as he is, he's that good of a person as well.
KJ Jenkins, linebacker, Jefferson County.
I would put him in the top 5 that I've ever had here, and I've been here for 20 years.
It doesn't take long for anyone watching Jefferson County over the past 4 years to notice when KJ Jenkins is on the field, he's different.
Well, he's just a playmaker.
Before every snap, so I gotta make a big play. I gotta make something happen.
KJ has been making plays ever since he was in the 8th grade, starting on JV. Now he's 6'3", 230. He led the Warriors with over 100 tackles this season for the 3rd straight year. And not to mention having rushed for 5 touchdowns and has scored from kickoffs, punts, and even a fumble recovery.
When you got that kind of athlete, a Division I athlete like he is, you got to make sure he's on the field.
So KJ and his 4.8 speed will be making even more plays.
Ball is still loose. Jefferson County has it. And it's Jenkins.
For his new team in West Lafayette at Purdue.
71 yards. Touchdown, Jefferson County.
But dude, that's the Big Ten. Usually, you don't see no kids around there going to the Big Ten. That's kind of different, and I wanted to put Jefferson County on the map.
We just hope that we developed it. We hope we, put him in the right direction to be as successful as he could on the field.
John Arneman, linebacker, Lakeside.
Quite literally, he is the best football player I've coached in 25 years, on and off the field.
John Arneman has been a 4-year starter at linebacker for Lakeside. His senior season, he racked up 146 solo tackles, 4 sacks, 2 interceptions, and 3 fumble recoveries. And he's known to deliver the big plays.
You go out there and make a big play on Friday after banging up and hitting with them all week, and then they all jump right on your back and hype you up during the game. It's an amazing feeling.
He just sets the tone for our whole defense, and he's done that for 4 years now.
There's a reason number 32 is always in the right spot.
If you can get comfortable with the scheme before you even play, it makes the game so much easier and you can almost tell what's coming.
The kids know they have somebody to rally around, and the fact that he is a hammer and he's going to bring it every time, everybody feeds into that, and it makes your defense better.
And as his coach found out, you don't want to bet against John Arneman.
And actually our Aiken game, when I got him to dress up like that, the vest and the super high neon socks and all that, he actually made a bet. I made a bet with him and he lost, so I made him dress up like that for the game.
The bet, Lakeside had to start 4-0. John Arneman made sure they did.
Joshua McCrary, linebacker, Westside.
It's like one of the best feelings in the world to just lay somebody out, you know what I mean?
The speedy enforcer for the Westside Patriots defense, or better known as Joshua McCrary.
You know, I always knew I could do something great with my physical ability, you know, on the field.
Tackles, TFLs, sacks, hurries, forced fumbles, just about every statistic he's going to be very hard to replace.
Captain of the defense, he was in all the right places for the Patriots as he led the team in most defensive categories. How did he make all those plays?
Josh is really powerful, you know, for his weight and his frame. You know, he has the genetics. He's the muscle type. He's a very fast twitch guy.
It allows me to, you know, look at the play and kind of see what's going on and then react rather than trying to guess and then react. So, you know what I mean, I can kind of make decisions and then use my speed to get where I need to go.
McCrary hopes to impose his will on college quarterbacks next year, but it might take a tad bit longer for his rap career.
I'm on the field with my boys. You know what I do. You know my diamonds, they blue. You know what I gotta do just to feed my.
I don't know much about rap, man. I'll be honest. You know, he could probably reiterate a few words a bit more, like most rappers today. You know, if you say the same word over and over and over again, there seems to be like a formula that most rappers follow. So who knows?
Cortavious Catchings, linebacker, Evan.
I mean, tremendous player, will hit you. He's known for probably the biggest hits on our team that we've had.
Don't let that big smile fool you. Cortavious Catchings has a mean streak.
You know, even in some practices, we had to say, hey, look, dude, they're our quarterbacks and they're on our side. So let's go light on them. But, you know, we appreciate that and everything he's done.
After spending his freshman year at Thompson, Catchings transferred to Evans and quickly emerged as a leader. His nickname, Honcho, as in head honcho.
It was kind of hard in the beginning, but once I kind of adjusted to it, I kind of broke it down and I got to it. Ever since, I ain't stopped going.
And without question, I mean, he had a tremendous year. He kind of got in again in all season, started to feel comfortable with us and with his teammates, and I think that makes the difference.
Without my team, I couldn't be where I'm at right now, so.
Catchings certainly made a difference with 70 tackles, 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and 1 big highlight to beat their rivals on Game Night Live.
And Evans has it. Well, they got it. They're sure do. And going the other way. That's Catchings, I believe. For a touchdown.
That was Game Night Live. That was his signature moment.
Akeem Durant, defensive back, McCormick.
He gets no downs off. He's on the field the whole 4 quarters.
There were no questions about McCormick freshman Akeem Durant being one of the top 26 players in the CSRA. He made this year's team as a defensive back with more than 80 tackles and 4 interceptions on the season, but he also rushed for more than 1,400 yards and 28 touchdowns.
I'm going to just keep going harder and keep going harder, no matter what.
Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. I guess his freshman year shows that.
Akeem doesn't mind which side of the field he's actually on.
It's good to switch sides because you get to take your anger out on people. If people don't have to hit you, you can hit them now.
And he has some pretty big shoes to fill. You might remember another number 3 for the Chiefs, his older brother Mateo, who made the All-CSRA team back in 2017 and recently just finished up his sophomore season in the backfield for the Duke Blue Devils.
10 and into the end zone. Mateo Durant for the touchdown.
I see myself trying to go past him.
With 3 more years of prep football, Akian is more so focused on achieving greatness and a long-lasting legacy.
Because everybody's coming after me, so you have to just keep pushing and keep working hard.
I tell you what, I've never seen anything like it. Again, Mateo had his style, but I'm yet to put a label on Akian's style. And yet to get that peak. He stands out as a freshman, but he has not reached that potential as far as I'm concerned.
Caleb Shaw, defensive back, WAGENER-SALLEY.
Speed kills.
Caleb Shaw turning the corner down the sideline on a Friday night is a beautiful thing. Don't blink, and if you do, you might just miss him. Caleb has made All-Region 3 years in a row. His senior season, he's had 3 interceptions at strong safety, and with that type of quickness and speed, well, he lets the wideouts know about it.
I just let them know, man, this an all-day thing, you know what I'm saying? You gonna have nightmares about me the next day.
And when you're that good, I guess it's okay to give yourself a nickname.
Shaw.
With track-like speed, there was no doubt about it. Caleb averaged 14 yards per carry with 9 rushing touchdowns.
I'm versatile, you know, very explosive.
He's not the biggest guy, but he never let his size dictate, you know, what kind of player he was.
And he doesn't just lead in between the lines on the football field. He also does it in the classroom.
In the classroom, like, I want to be a model student. I want the teachers to be like, y'all use me as an example for what to be in the classroom.
Collier Sullivan, athlete, SPRING-MONETTA.
Boy, our kids fought hard, you know. Dabo kind of said it first, sometimes you got to bring your own guts in. And by God, these suckers brought their guts tonight. You know, if you can't get excited to play for the state championship, I don't know what you can get excited for.
After defeating WAGENER-SALLEY in the Class 1A Upper State Finals, first-year head coach Brian Smith returned the Trojans to the Class A Finals for the first time in 56 years.
We had a great year, you know, to go to the state championship any year is great. To do it in year 1 sets the tone for us as we go down the road.
Despite not bringing home the state title over Green Sea Floyds, this season meant so much more for the boys of SPRING-MONETTA.
Well, like, one thing about Rich Friends, like, we're gonna love each other, like, win or lose. We grew up together and just raw talent. It shows that we can really accomplish anything we put our mind to.
Collier Sullivan played a pivotal part in the Trojans' magical 10-5 season, playing both sides of the ball. Collier rushed for more than 1,100 yards and 15 touchdowns while playing most snaps at linebacker.
I'm humble as always, because I've always understood that there's people that's like better than me out here, but like just take every opportunity.
Collier does plan on playing football in college, but he also hopes one day he can return to the sidelines at SPRING-MONETTA.
It's country, of course, it's small. Like, we always want to leave and go other places, but there's nothing like Rich Spring. There's nothing like home.
For him to want to come back and do that, it's what you want in every player.
Let's have a hand for the All-CSRA defensive team. Don't worry, we didn't forget the punter. We'll be right back with our Ray Guy Award All-CSRA Punter of the Year, plus our overall awards. Welcome back to the All-CSRA Football Awards show. We didn't forget about you, Judson. Let's meet our Ray Guy Award All-CSRA Punter of the Year.
Judson Pickett, punter, Academy of Richmond County.
Let's be honest. Punters are a bit like lawyers. No one really thinks about them until you need a good one. ARC's Judson Pickett is one of the best around.
I feel very honored. I've seen some of my upperclassmen on TV with getting the rings, and it's just surreal, this moment right here. It's very cool to have this opportunity.
Averaging 38 yards per punt, a long of 57, he hit 7 punts inside the 20.
Well, it gives you a lot more confidence, and it changes how you call plays, too. You don't have to be as as risky on offense.
At practice for Border Bowl, we challenged his accuracy, and Judson delivered.
Try to hit this guy on the camera.
Yeah, sure.
Ray Guy would smile at that one, and he kicks it out of the stadium in the classroom, a 1400 SAT and a 4.3 GPA.
Now he has options. Now he can decide what he wants to do and where he wants his life to go. Not just a great example for players and students at our school, but he's somebody that you would want your own son to be like.
Here is Judson Pickett from the Academy of Richmond County, the Augusta Sports Council Ray Guy Award, All-CSRA Punter of the Year. Judson is also receiving a scholarship sponsored by the Ray Guy Award Committee.
For Mr. Brian Graham. Yes, sir. Hand out some scholarships here.
It's now our honor to present a special scholarship award sponsored by the Augusta Sports Council to the Offensive Team Scholar of the Year. The winner of that scholarship is KALEB Eichelberger from South Aiken High School. Now we are also honored to present a special scholarship award sponsored by Augusta Coca-Cola to the Defensive Team Scholar of the Year. That award goes to Caleb Shaw, WAGENER-SALLEY High School.
Congratulations to our scholarship winners. Now it's time to honor some more young men. For our first time, we have the Offensive Player of the Year, and it is 2 Offensive Players of the Year. Here to present the award is Michelle Wiley from Jostens.
Jostens and Georgia Campus Services is proud to honor these tremendous high school student athletes, and we congratulate you on your accomplishments. The WJBF Sports Augusta Sports Council Offensive Players of the Year are Noah Bell from Saluda High School and Cameron Garnett from Harlem High School.
Our next award is going to be the Defensive Player of the Year award. And here to present that, John Prescott from Augusta Coca-Cola.
Augusta Coca-Cola takes pride in being a part of high school football here in the CSRA, and we wish you continued success in life. The WJBF Sports Augusta Sports Council Defensive Player of the Year is Westin Williams from WAGENER-SALLEY High School.
Congratulations, Westin. Our next award, someone has to coach these young men, the Luther Welsh Coach of the Year Award, named for legendary Thompson High School coach Luther Welsh, who won the inaugural Coach of the Year Award in 2011. And here to present this award, the 2018 Coach of the Year for Barnwell High School, Mr. Dwayne Garrett.
Thank you. Great football players are men of great character. They take pride in seeing their players succeed on the field. They shine the spotlight on their players and not on themselves. This year's winner of the WJBF Sports Augusta Sports Council Coach of the Year Award exemplifies that. This year's winner, Stuart Young
from Saluda High School. And Noah Bell will take that award for him.
All right, we still got a little more to hand out, so stick around. When we come back, we will hand out the WJBF Sports, Augusta Sports Council's All-CSRA Player of the Year. All-CSRA Football Award Show. We have one more very important piece of hardware to hand out, and to do that, our friend from McDonald's, Mr. Fred Krukow.
Hey, McDonald's over there, all of us group are proud to partner with JBF and the Augusta Sports Council to honor all these high school stars here tonight, football stars, okay? This Player of the Year award will also get a scholarship sponsored by Fred Russell, okay? So without further ado, I think the JBF Sports, Augusta Sports Council Player of the Year is DESHAWN Watson from Barnwell High School.
Let's have a big round of applause for all of our winners here up on stage tonight and all these young men for winning and representing their teams and communities. It's been a fun night, and we appreciate all of you and all of your efforts this season, and happy to recognize them here at WJBF along with our partners at the Augusta Sports Council, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, JUDSON, all of our sponsors. I think Noah Bell, I want to talk to you first, maybe come up here real quick. Winning that state championship, and you've got a handful of hardware.
Right.
And that's it. We don't have time to talk to you, Noah Bell, but we appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you next year. Good night from the All-CSRA Football Awards.